Hey there everyone, welcome to my channel, and today I have found the greatest thing ever for ETS2 an American Truck Simulator, which is a TAA mod, which basically it adds temporal anti-aliasing to the simulator, and it does offer a way better performance with almost no visual degradation. From what I have compared, it does even look better at times and performs at the very least like I have not made any calculations per se, but it does perform at least like 25% better overall. Like the numbers I was seeing during cruise were insane, absolutely insane. City wise it's still kind of the same because it's more on the CPU side of things, not so much on the GPU. But when it comes down to actually crossing the highways and so on, you see numbers that you've never seen before with SMAA. And another thing that's really good about this mod is that you don't need the scaling to be all that high to get rid of the jaggies, because with SMAA you need a 400% scaling, 300% scaling. With this one you don't. You could just go 100%, 200% of visual. The visuals are going to be just about the same. So we're talking about getting way better performance, even if you use the same scaling, like I use for 100%, Quad HD other settings. If I were to use TAA as opposed to SMAA, I get way better performance, and the visuals are just about the same. So it's a no-brainer. There's no reason why not to use it, unless you're very happy with your frame rate, which I used to be. I came across this by accident, actually. I was a bit sad because with this new DLC, my frames are not all that good anymore. I'm getting drops under 60. That never happened before. Now I'm getting like ever so slightly. Sometimes I see like 57, 55 unplayable. Basically, that's like very disappointing. I mean, irony intended, but still. I was a little bit like shocked because previously I wouldn't see anything lower than 80, and I don't even run my GPU full power. I'm going to show that right now. That's MSI Afterburner. As you can see, I'm running it at 75 power threshold. It's not working at full power because I'm not quite fond of my simulator drawing 320 watts out of the power supply all the time, given I can run it just fine at 75% threshold and drawing a lot less, at the very least 100 watts less. So why should I bother, right? With that out of the way, quick disclaimer, I just wanted to mention that I'm not running at full power, so I'm running 75-ish%, which will obviously make the frame rate different. If I were to be running 100%, obviously I would have a lot more frame rate, but also a higher power draw. So I made this slight compromise to keep the temperatures at bay and also have a little bit of headroom on the VRAM temperatures as well, which is great. So with this mod, we are supposed to see way better gains overall across the board, visuals that do not disappoint, and overall it's just a no-brainer. Not using it's just dumb at this point because it does add so much to the experience. It does make all the difference when it comes down to actual performance figures, and you guys are going to see that. It's insane. I don't think I'm ever going to go back to SMAA. There's no way I'm going back. Anyway, to install it, it's pretty simple actually. You gotta go into the games folder, or install folder on Steam, then you go to bin, WinX64, and you paste the DXGI file in there. It's like Reshade. The way it injects itself into the game is pretty much like Reshade, as a matter of fact. So you press home in-game, and then you can have access to the menu where you're going to control the TAA, turn it on and off, or Control P if you have Reshade installed. That's basically it. It's pretty simple. Doesn't get any more simpler than that. So this is the game folder. See, you go into bin, X64, and then you put DXGI in there. It's just like Reshade, but instead of like just making your game more demanding, this is actually going to make your game run a lot better, and we're going to be comparing that, obviously. Let's launch the game. Why not, right? launch our beloved game and see it for ourselves, actually. Because if I just talk about it, I might be full of shit. You know, we gotta actually show the thing in action. Hold up, I just found a little problem. I forgot to set my GPU font to 100%, so it's gonna get quite steamy. What I'm gonna do, actually, let's see if I can do that. Alt tab, does it let me? No. It's gonna be confusing. That is gonna be confusing. We're gonna have to close the game. Oh no, hold up. Oh, I know why it's not working. Hold up. Oh, there. Yep. Awkward. Oh, there you go. Never mind. It was just the overlay that was blocking it. There we go. Fun speed set to 100 now. Now we can go into the game. It's going to sign me in and do all the shenanigans that you gotta do. It shouldn't take long. I mean, Vibration should not take long. It's never happened before, so we got stuck. Come on. I hope the game doesn't act up right as I'm recording a very useful video. Okay, we're in. We're in. I'm not sure if TA is on, but I'm going to be turning it off. I'm going to press home. It says, let's see, is it on or is it off? Now I cannot tell the difference. Okay, this is off. This is off because it darkens. Right? Sharpness is actually doing it. Let's turn it off for now. So we have no anti-aliasing right now. Home. Oh, press the wrong key. There you go. Okay. So now that we have TA off, I'm going to turn the base anti-aliasing on for comparison. So I'm going to go over on graphics, see SMAA is disabled, 400%, ultra. Let's do it ultra for the SMAA. Perfect. Look at how the numbers, well, it's the menu. It's not going to make all that much of a difference. But here we are. And now it is showtime, my friends. It is, in fact, showtime. First of all, let's get a job. Wait, my own trailer. I'm gonna pick it up. Let's see. I want something that doesn't really. How far is this one? Not far enough. I need 200 at the very least. Snake balls. Oh, this one. Oh, this is a bit of a detour, isn't it? Goes up and then goes down. So, oh, this one is better. Okay, I'm gonna take this one, even though it's longer. And ideally, I would want something shorter. I don't think I need to record a whole trip. I'm just gonna record part of it because, yeah, there is actual no need for it. We're just going to record a section of myself picking up the cargo and then driving up to the highway. And then you guys are going to see the difference right off the bat once I switch TA on. That's pretty much the plan. And I'm going to be making it daytime, obviously, so that we can see better all the differences. And especially I want you guys to be paying attention to the frame rate, because it's going to differ greatly. It's actually like night and day. So let me bring up the console G set time 6. Oh my god, I cannot type G time 6. Yeah, there we go, 6 AM. As you can see, 100 FPS, which is not bad by any means. It is actually a pretty good performance. Oh, jaggies. Let's see, the jaggies are terrible. It looks okay. Nothing out of this universe. There's nothing wow, outstanding, mind-blowing about it. It just works. I mean, that's the ETS2 and ATS. I mean, the visuals that you're used to, you know what you expect. Regardless. So let's drive to the pickup spot with this setting. Let's get a little fucking break. Where's my... Here, there we go. Let's get out of here. First and foremost, obviously. Excuse my driving. I have a really big driving, which is off late. So as much as I wanted to, I've been busy. Oh yeah, my sensor. Oh no, let's get there. Wait, why is it not? Did I engage the? No, did I? Why is it not? Emergency braking. I hate you. Oh my god, that's. The emergency braking doesn't let me actually turn properly. I blame the brakes, not my fault. Let's get out of here. Oh, shoot. I was gonna take the other, but now I didn't think about it. We should go fine. Look at the frames, 85, not bad. I mean, that's beyond playable. I'm not complaining. It's definitely playable. Let's get slide out of here. Perfect. There we go. I have damaged the trailer. Oh. Then again, we're looking at the numbers here. We're not looking at FPS. Not today. Today we're only paying attention to performance figures, which is what we need, which is what we want, which is what we came here for at the end of the day. Wait a minute. Wait, I got confused. I was like, wrong way? Is it wrong way? No, it's not wrong way. It's just a very confusing prefab. So you can see, it doesn't run terribly with SMAA for me. I can run fine. I understand that if you have a slightly lower end system, SMAA might just not be the best call, the best course of action overall. And you're gonna see why soon, because even though it's 70 and we have quite a margin over 60, it's still not all that consistent. You gotta realize it does oscillate a lot more than I would want it to actually oscillate. So it is not all that stable. Look at that. Almost low 60s at this point. Almost. And it's just a tiny city. It's crazy. The performance is just all over the place, especially because I'm recording, which does not help once again. Recording. It's definitely, even though I'm using NVIC, it's not the greatest thing for performance. And you've just seen that like this. I guess I'm speeding a little bit too much, which also does not help me to end up fine. As you can see, it doesn't look bad or anything. It looks proper. You know, sitting is decent enough. Legends. But the cost is very high. What we are paying for it in terms of frame rate, because if I were to turn off the anti-aliasing, we would be looking at completely different figures. That's the thing I want you guys to keep in mind, is that there's a penalty for SMAA. It's a high penalty. If you have the clearance, fair enough. If you have all the overhead, go for it. Fine. It looks okay, and it's what comes with the game. It's default. You don't gotta do anything extra. You just launch the game, put that on Ultra, and enjoy. Simple. Simple, straightforward. Doesn't get any simpler than that. But is it really the best course of action? Is it really the best solution for your trucking experience? Might not be. It might not be. And I'm going to show you why once we enable the TA mod. Which, it's actually funny, because it was like 100% accident. I was not looking for it. I saw a video from a Brazilian rapper. He was showing it on his 3060, and the numbers were, wow, there is no way this is true. There is no way, Jose, that this is actually, that it does actually work. I couldn't believe it. So I decided to try it for myself. Obviously, I mean, that's what any sane person would do, right? If you doubt something, you just go and try it yourself. that's what I did. I was like, nah, that is not true. There is no way it does all the difference. I mean, so many snake oil mods out there that claim to increase your performance, and then they don't. And you just sit there like, why did I even bother? Performance is about the same. Or it got like 5 FPS of the video, says, oh my god, you're gonna increase your FPS from like 20 to 200 FPS. That's not gonna happen. That's wishful thinking. That's impossible. Very much impossible. I mean, with frame generation, if this game supported frame generation, then yeah, sure. I would say, yeah, that could happen. But without frame generation, there's no way in hell that's ever gonna happen. Entirely wishful thinking. So, this mod, at first I was like, does it actually work? Like, it's too good to be true, isn't it? Look, we dipped below 60 for a little bit, but we did dip below 60. That's concerning, but let's remember that we're still testing SMAA. This is still our SMAA run. We're not using the mod just yet. You guys are gonna see the mod soon enough once I pick up the cargo. Then we're gonna turn it on, and you guys are gonna see how much of a difference it actually makes. Also, whenever the car is not throttling, like I said, I have set a power threshold at 75%. It's not throttling, it's not misbehaving or anything. It's just that I wanted a lower power draw. As you can see, it's much lower than what a default 38 would do, because it's not 100%. But it's far from throttling, temperatures are fine, so it's not going to impact the performance in any way, shape, or form. That's, like, obviously it's not performing as a stock 3080, but the numbers will not be varying because of any potential drop. Oh, dogs. Never seen dogs in the game. That's first time. Okay. Right. So pay close attention to all the buildings and stuff, because once I enable TA, they're gonna look a little bit different. Especially the shadowing, the lighting changes a little bit as well, which I found very interesting. Should note. Well, let's. So I'm not sure how the recording is gonna be looking like, because I'm using OBS. My shadow play didn't want to work, so I had to resort to the old reliable shadow play. Never thought I was about the old reliable OBS because of shadow play. Never thought that was ever gonna happen again. But here we are using open broadcasters. Where are we? Where is the pickup spot? I think it's down there. Yes, it is indeed. Look at this very fabulous company. Looks very nice. Alright, let's pick up the load. Right. Now, so switch to the external camera. This is SMAA, right? Look at, oh, it looks great, but nothing special really. Now I'm gonna go and options, graphics, disabled. That's anti-aliasing is disabled. We have 0 anti-aliasing right now. Oh my god, how terrible is it gonna look? Let's see. It's gonna probably have to load again because we disabled it. So yeah, we're gonna be having it off for a second. Let's see. How bad is it gonna look with it off? And what can I say? I don't see a difference. Maybe we had TA on all along. No, this is bad. I think it's on. Wait, no, this is TA. Yeah, this is much better. Wait a minute, with 400% scaling, I don't even need anti-aliasing, it turns out. Even if I turn it off, what? It is not all that different. Huh. Now let's turn it on. Look how it changes, look how sharp it gets. Way better. The license plate, the other thing, it just looks way sharper, way... looks like live. Let's close it, baby. Look at that. This is TA, by the way. Look at how sharp everything looks compared to the default that we had previously on my license plate. Look at the badges. Alrighty. This is great. This is really, really good. Yeah, that's definitely TA on, right? Yes, it is. Look at how the truck also looks. The lighting looks a lot less washed out in comparison. Looks way more natural. I like that. Well, let's get and drive for a bit. Look at interior also looks better. In some ways, it looks way sharper. You can tell the shadows are sharper. The jaggies on the shadow are still not gone. I don't know how to fix that, but at the very least, overall, it looks way more used. We're getting 87, 88. Let's keep driving. Let's parking next engage. I forgot about that. Let's drive. Let's get ourselves moving, because if we don't move, it's gonna move their fair comparison. I'm kind of shocked that actually I don't need any of it. Anti-aliasing 400% in Quad HD. It doesn't look all that terrible, but you could clearly tell there's a lot of, it's night and day. There's a difference. So we switched it on for good. It actually just kind of, you know, looks way sharper, way more natural. The frames 85, 82, 83, 79, 80. It's like 20 frames extra compared to before. Oh, zipping. It's back up at 75. It does stutter a little bit more, I think, than not having it on, but it's very brief. It's very brief, actually, but it does, in fact, stutter. Overall, like, look at how this, look at the shadows on them. Everything, really. The shadows look a lot deeper. I don't know if it's just me, but it does look overall like more alive. The colors are way more natural overall. There's a depth perception kind of thing going on. Depth of field, the DOF thing is a little more noticeable, I would say. Realistic as well. Natural. I like that. Remember that I'm recording, so it's gonna be in focus. Whether I want it or not, it's just gonna happen. That's just how things run, just how much it works. Look at that, 79 FPS. That is not bad. It's really good. Let's see if we can squeeze here. Sure can. Sure can. Come on. Pass. That was a bit of, I should have waited. Oh! Well, that's not good. That shouldn't have appeared. I'm going to have tried it to video later. Cut this off. That was not a plan. That is wild, I suppose. I think YouTube has a feature that should allow you to blur the video out. Hopefully it does, because otherwise I have a bit of a problem there. I completely jeopardized my entire... I was just gonna upload it raw. Now I'm gonna have to bother with that. But what I want you guys to look at is just how much better it looks actually overall compared to just going default. There's just so much. The colors just kind of jump. I think they kind of pop. You know what I mean? And performance, I mean, aside from the fact I'm recording, is just perfect. I mean, the DLC areas, the no DLC part, is very, very dense on my audio. I've noticed like your run is fairly worse than the rest of the comp, which makes sense. I mean, it's a new DLC. It's been years since the last DLC, so they have improved the graphics. It uses a lot more VRAM as well. I've never seen a game using 8 gigabytes of VRAM before, and I've seen it now with ever since the DLC came out. So we do have a fairly more demanding DLC ahead, and this is going to come perfectly handy for that. So it's like a blessing in disguise, because people that otherwise will used to run a game fine and not find themselves unable to run a game at 60 stable without compromising on the visuals, they can go back to their old graphics and keep themselves with the performance, because it does take a lot less of a toll. Like, I don't recall getting more than 80 FPS with SMAA on around cities or near cities, near areas where there's a lot of things going on. I mean, I've seen it on highways like going all the way up to 120 FPS, 110, 114, but now I've seen as high as 125, 130 FPS. It's crazy, like the performance. But the thing is not only the performance itself, is that the load of the car is also low. So it means you can scale even higher with the visuals and so on. The sharpness is just wow. And just see something sharper. It's crazy. Crazy sharp. Crazy performing. And overall, just a very solid experience. I cannot recommend it enough. Probably going to be using this thing forever. Forever and ever, because it's a game changer. In more ways than one. It just makes everything so much easier. So much. Oh my god. 40 per hour, 50. Oh, that's on me. That's my fault. I should have been paying more attention. I'm too busy talking and making everyone talk and try. Well, I can try, but it doesn't really work. Although, as you see, because I'm bad at multitasking. My brain is not able to do a lot of much of this. Look at how sharp it is. It's insane. It's like I'm playing a new game. Like, I'm not used to this kind of sharpness. And I'm not using anything. No NVIDIA filters, nothing. It's just the TAA. It is literally just the TAA. And it's just that. You put the file in, you enable it with the home button, you turn off the SMAA, obviously, and you go for it. There's nothing else that you might need. It's just that simple, and it's free. It's just a no-brainer. There's just no reason why not. Why wouldn't you use it if it does so much of a difference? If the games are so good, it's, I don't know why you would not use it at this point. Like the anti-aliasing on the tree, especially, it's just so much better. It's like I'm playing a new game, and it's rejuvenating in some ways. Welcome to ETS tree. Kind of. This is so sharp. It feels so good, especially if you have a high refresh rate monitor. You're gonna benefit from this like greatly. Because even the frame time feels better. I don't have a frame time graph right now. I cannot really tell for sure, but it just feels like back in the day when I used SMAA. Back in the day, like yesterday, when I had SMAA still, I remember a little bit of rubber bending every now and then. Frame rate going all over the place from 100 to 70 to 60 and all the way back to 90. Now there's a lot of consistency going on. Which, oh, it's a constant, really. And you could lock the frames at 80 and have a great time. Obviously it's going to dip below 80 at times. We're in cities, but on the highways you're not going to see that happening at all. And it's just all around the greatest time you have. This is a must-have. All I can say about it. I have concluded so far with what I tested. This is the way to increase your performance and your visuals at the same time. It hits 2 birds with just a single stroke. You don't have to lift a finger. It just does it for you. This is insane. Actually utterly insane. What is that? It's not paying attention. It's 30-minute mark already. Oh boy, I'm gonna just get through this border control and then we're gonna end the video because I mean there's not a much to show really. I mean we have the performance figures. You guys have seen it for very own eyes, hopefully. And the numbers are just great. There's nothing else that has to be said about it other than why you wouldn't use it. Especially because this game has had issues with anti-aliasing for God knows how long. It's not the first time people have been complaining about anti-aliasing. It's more noticeable in 1080p, I would say. Back when I had a 1080p panel, it was absolute torture to look at how jagged it was, especially for taking screenshots. It was just visually very unpleasing, very pleasant, more so. And oh no, there's a feed station. Is that it? I think it is. Yes. Oh yeah, it is. Wonderful. There's no trigger. You just drive one, right? Amazing. Right. Oh yeah, that's the kind of thing that you find ever so. And I'm happy to stumble upon, like on accident. It's the kind of thing that just makes you happy. A mod that does all the difference, and people, it's not spread enough. I mean, there's a couple of videos on YouTube about it. It's not very popular. The guy's channel as well doesn't really have a lot of views going on. People need to hear about it. This is fantastic. This is actually a game changer in many ways, especially for lower end people. Like if you have a high end PC that really need it, I mean you get high frames, why not? But you don't really need it to make your game playable. But this could be night and day for people that have PCs that are struggling to run the game as is. So this would actually make running the game possible to them, which I find this is just about fantastic. I mean, people with 1050 Ti's, 1060s, 970s, 960s, that kind of stuff, they're going to be benefiting from this in so many ways. This is insane. I mean, even if you got like 4080, 4090, you could also benefit from this. Everyone does benefit from it. Well, obviously, it will scale. Oh my god, the guy didn't. Why did he? What the hell? That was. Doesn't matter. I mean, I have 250. You know, it's not even just little this. But the point is, everyone's going to benefit from this. Lower end people even more so, because this is going to turn their game into unplayable to playable. That's fantastic. The people that already have a playable experience are going to have an even more playable experience, even more fully experience, which is also fantastic. There's no way around it. This is just straight up fascinating, and I think that's pretty much enough for now. So I'm going to be calling it a day, saying my goodbyes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful in some ways, that it did in fact allow you guys to run the game better. I would appreciate if you guys shared what you got in the comment section down below, like, hey, you did in fact improve my frames, or hey, you did not and make my game worse, I hate you. Anything really. Anything. I just wanted feedback, and yeah, I'm gonna be trying to find more stuff to share with you guys, performance tricks and so on. You know, the more frames we can squeeze out, the better it is, I suppose. Right? This might be a little bit too tight. Okay, this is it. This is it. Let's just drive through this thing. Kind of. There we go. Alright. And with this, I bid you guys farewell. And I really, really hope this was of help. As it was for myself. Let's bye bye folks. Take care.